Okay, so I feel like I am a drug addict right now. Um, Making a video about my process of how do you say that? Like no longer being addicted to something. But the funny thing is, like with addiction, right? Like if someone is addicted to alcohol, um, they just they stay completely away from alcohol for a while and detox that way, and then after that they never consume alcohol, right? And what happens usually is that they then go to another kind of addiction because they didn't really go to the root of the issue. So they didn't actually heal this addictive behavior, let's say. They just switched to another form of addiction. So what happens for alcoholism? They go to sugar, or they go to food, or work, or what else? But anyway, what I wanted to say is that today and yesterday I ate food, and I've done that quite a bit on this journey, allowing myself to because in the beginning I was very focused on kind of understanding what food is and what it means to me, what relationship I have to food, and that was kind of my way of healing this this addictive behavior that I have, because I don't, my goal is not to it's tricky, because of course I could choose to just never consume food again and go that path, just decide one day, like, okay, now it's done and I'm doing a rehab, or what you call it, and I'm not going to consume any food, and that's it. So what might happen there, I think, for me at least, and I assume that could be a likely thing to happen, is that I would just change my addiction to something else, So what, for instance, what happens with when I choose to not eat food, if I'm that strict with it, if I just say no food, I find myself getting addicted to juices, for example, or coffee. Okay, I am most, actually, I didn't say I didn't consider myself addicted to coffee when I was not really on the breatharian path. I could go many days without coffee and I didn't really feel any kind of attachment to it. But now, these days, when I'm not eating, when I'm saying I don't want to consume food now because I can feel my body doesn't want food, that's all good, but I can feel my addiction switching over to other things. For example, my phone is also something I'm addicted to now, especially. And coffee is something I'm like, and it's this comfort. There's something about comfort in addiction. Like, it's something that just, like, kind of, maybe it's always there. It's always gonna give me that comfort. It's something I can trust in, It's like a trustworthy comfort. Like, I know there's gonna be a cup of coffee every morning, and that kind of regularity, or accountability is something maybe that's connected to addiction. Like, you know, addiction doesn't have to be like all day, every day. Like, it can also be like just something, and like expected comfort at a certain time. So yeah, I think, for me, it's really, this journey is really about finding a way to keep things in balance. And sorry, yeah, I just consumed like 2 portions of rice and 1 ice cream, and my child was just going wild. It was at a birthday party and enjoying a lot, but also not enjoying. Like, I could feel this, that my mind was strange. Like, my body was clearly not up for it anymore, like at a certain point, but my mind was still like, where's the next, ooh, what about this? And since we're already in this pit, let's continue diving into the bottomless pit of this pit. Anyway. So yeah, I want to maybe encourage you who are also on this breatharian path, that, or like not encourage, but just, yeah, remind you that this is deeper, I guess, than just stop being addicted to food. It's not really. I mean, okay. I also think that we're on this path for so many more expensive and bigger reasons, of course. But it's just, for me, this food addiction is quite big. It consumes me, but I'm also allowing it to do that. It's also something. It's part of my mind, and my ego wants me to feel powerless and feel, beneath the power of food and the addiction of it. I can also just decide that I'm above it, and act and live from that point of perspective. But yeah, it's just, I'm very, very confused. I don't know where to place food in my life anymore. I'm really like, yeah, I'm just wondering. For example, there's a guy called Nicolas Pilatz or something, I think, and he's managing, or he's one of the main people behind the Pranic Festival in Italy, and Cocore, I think it's called, yeah. And I remember he said, like, yeah, once a month I allow myself to be addicted to food. Like, he was like, yeah, I am addicted to food. I'm not gonna lie to myself there. It's just, so, but I'm honest about it, and I allow it once a month. And yeah, I'm just like, again, how do you do that? But I guess discipline, right? Just a lot of discipline. And I think also key is to, which I hear Rakhichari mention a lot, is this not restricting yourself. Always listening to that child who's asking for the salted nuts, or the whatever it is, the ice cream, or the chocolate, or the fries, or bread with butter, like that. So always be in communication with it, and then kind of be more allowing than restricting, So because those tight rules and that focus on restriction and not allowing is just going to go from there over to the other extreme. It's like this law of rhythm. Like, it just, the higher you go up here, the higher you will go up here. Like, that's kind of how it works. I think that's how I experience it, at least. Like, if I want more, balance, more stability, I need to, go take smaller, I don't know, find find a good rhythm and find a good harmony. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. It's goddamn tricky to keep. I really admire people who, I mean, maybe they also just don't have that relationship with food. We all have a different relationship with food, right? It's all just very emotional and very, yeah, I mean, how we are as humans, and how what kind of habits we have, and what kind of patterns we have, and so on. So different for everyone, but I'm still wondering like how you do that, keep it in balance, and forgetting food and then remembering food. Because this, I don't know, I feel like my body and my being is not able to handle the amount of maybe dopamine release that happens when I eat. Like this insane kind of, I don't know what it is. It's like, it's a very strange kind of, maybe I just need to understand that better. And yeah, perhaps I truly need to just let go of food, and that's it, you know? Maybe just for a year or something, you know, but then again, also be careful not to get addicted to something else, because like that's really, I really want to go to the root of this, and yeah. But it takes time also. It's just, you got to have patience. I'm sometimes also rushing with myself on this path, like expecting myself to just be there already, and you know, where is there anyway, you know, there's no there. So yeah, enjoy and respect, and yeah, respect the process, for sure. Step by step, and we keep learning and growing on this beautiful path of more balance, more sensitivity, more connection to I, and better grounding, because if I don't feel well in my body, I'm not grounded. So this is such a good grounding practice for me, which is great. And from there I can expand. So I'm just on the grounding path of expansion. Okay, bye.